Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. As we know, Furiosa just dropped in theaters, so I'm gonna rank every Mad Max movie from the worst to the best. And coming in last place, Mad Max 3 Beyond Thunderdome. This movie was just a mixed bag for me. It has the movie with a lot of flaws. In one hand, I do appreciate the fact that this movie kind of went deeper with like the mythology, the lore, and just like the visual aspects of that Fury Road and Furiosa did later on, and kind of like the costuming and the style of film that the movie is, like the genre. But at the same time, this movie is just very flawed. My biggest issue with this movie was it just felt like sometimes the movie just dragged along. I felt like this movie, it has a plot that I felt like it could have been fixed in, I guess, in a lot shorter movie. The plot line with Max helping kids, I guess, fight this place, it just felt too reminiscent of the second one, and it felt like kind of a rehash of that one. The movie just, I don't know, the movie just felt like it dragged, especially the scenes with the kids, and I forget, there was like some scenes with like the pigs and stuff. Those scenes, it just felt kind of boring to me. And I also don't feel like the action overall I felt like the action overall just didn't quite live up to the standards of, the second one. A movie that came out before it, it felt like the action just didn't hold up for me. Just a very flawed movie. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I was actually kind of debating which one. This would have either been the last of this list, or number 4. But alas, I just felt like I enjoyed this movie a lot less than number 4. So, yeah. And coming in 4th place, Mad Max, the original Mad Max, I think it was 79. This was, to me, a mixed bag. Also, I felt like this movie, because it's so old, it's kind of like a product of its past. The movie, the story overall, with it kind of like the movie is mainly about like the early parts of like the apocalypse and stuff, and just the way they told the story of, I guess, one point it felt like kind of like a mix of two stories almost. The first part is Max being a police officer in kind of this almost dystopian future, and I think that the story kind of goes into like a completely different direction with like him and his wife having a child and going off. So the story kind of felt like it was like competing with itself at times. To me, Toe Cutter was just not a great villain at all. I do appreciate, definitely, I felt like the action sequences were pretty decent for the time period. So it's a movie that I definitely enjoyed more than Beyond Thunderdome, but I felt like it could have been, and mainly because like out of all these movies, I probably watched this one the least, even though I think it's better than Beyond Thunderdome. Just because I would watch it at least because it's so much different than the other Mad Max movies. Almost sometimes it doesn't even feel like a Mad Max movie at times, because it's so much of a product of its time. And I think this is even like George Miller's first movie ever, if I'm correct. But yeah, I was very much entertained more than with this movie than I was Beyond Thunderdome. But I felt like I would definitely watch this the least out of all of them. And coming in 3rd place, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. And to be clear, there's a pretty sizable quality gap between the first Mad Max and Mad Max 2, as I really liked the action sequences in this movie. They were just so epic. I felt like the side characters they introduced weren't that good, though. I feel like that was the only flaw I had. The main flaw I had with this movie. And I feel like when you have such an like not very interesting characters, and you have that central character arc of like the main character kind of helping the side characters and getting to, I guess that's the main point, the main, I guess, thing you're rooting for with this character. But the side characters that Max is supposed to help aren't just very interesting. So it feels like at times you're kind of rooting against Max to kind of do this character arc of finally, accepting these people that he's supposed to help. So that to me is the main issue with this movie. Overall, I definitely enjoyed the movie. Other than that, minor flaw, the action sequences I really enjoyed, especially the last action sequence. I wouldn't say it's better than Fury Road or Furiosa. So that's basically because it's over 30 years older than Mad Max, Fury Road. But I definitely have stuff I enjoy, especially the action sequences. I just wish like the side characters could have been a little more interesting. But I loved how they expanded the lore a bit more, and like the world building was just a lot better. And coming in second place, Furiosa, the latest Mad Max movie. And I just thought this was a great, spin-off for the Mad Max franchise, and a great spin-off with Furiosa, getting to know her backstory. And in a way, I felt like this movie kind of unintentionally made Fury Road a lot better, because you kind of like connected. You're able to connect more with Furiosa, and definitely learn more of her backstory and kind of connect with her more than you did in Fury Road. So I really enjoyed it. The action sequences I thought were great. Just really awesome action sequences. Didn't compete. I feel like it didn't live up to the standards of Fury Road, but I definitely enjoyed this movie. Central arc of Furiosa was awesome. The best part of this movie was definitely Chris Hemsworth, hands down. He just stole the show, stole every scene he was in. He was incredible in this movie. Definitely my favorite villain in his entire franchise. He just had this, I guess, charisma about him in this movie. He would kind of go from charismatic, almost like Negan-like, to this kind of, in a way, I guess, more violent and aggressive character when provoked. He was just an awesome character. I think Chris Hemsworth did an amazing job portraying him. Definitely the best part of this movie. But the real first place winner of this ranking, Mad Max Fury Road. What a freaking epic roller coaster of a movie. Every scene just had so many eye-popping action sequences. And you did an action movie right when every action sequence you kind of think to yourself, how the fuck did they do that? So it was just an incredible movie, incredible action movie that I just loved. Chemistry between Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron was great. Every scene just had so many awesome action scenes. And the central character arc of Max was just so well done. And the way he kind of turns to be kind of this loner character to officially helping these women. Just an awesome movie. I loved it. It took me almost like 9 years to finally watch it. The first time I watched this movie was about almost a year ago. So it's been a while since I watched it, but since the movie came out, it took me a long time to finally watch it. So I'm so glad I did. Better late than never. This movie definitely comes in at number one. What an epic movie. Amazing action sequences all around. Guys, let me know what you guys thought about, like, what's your favorite Mad Max movie? Let me know in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think of all the Mad Max movies. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.